Welcome to the Transmission Coaching Podcast, powered by ATRA. Today's podcast is sponsored by Gears Magazine, your magazine for the automatic transmission rebuilding industry. Be sure to get into Gears. Get your free subscription at gearsmagazine.com. Click on subscribe. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the Coaching Podcast. And now here's your host, Coach Lance Wiggins.
Welcome to the Transmission Coaching Podcast. My name is Lance Wiggins. It's a gorgeous day to fix transmissions today. We're going to talk a little bit about the EXPO upcoming, 41 days away. Just a mere 41 days. I'm riding solo today. Miss Vanessa should be in here pretty soon. Before we get started, a couple of things I wanted to talk about is if you're planning on going to the Expo this year, there are a number of different ways to register. You can register online. You can contact us here at area code 805-604-2000. Ask for the events department. Ask for Kim Paris, kparis@atra.com. We'll also get you an email directly to the events registration. You can go to powertrainexpo.com, powertrainexpo.com, and register there. Also get a quick glance and look at the trade show vendors and our suppliers that will be there, and a list of the events. Some of the events I want to talk about today. Wednesday evening, we are going to start with a kickoff event. Normally, in the past, we've done a lot of Thursday afternoon events. These are free events to you. You don't need to be registered to show up and go through this. Thursday afternoon used to be our kickoff a long time ago, and we migrated into an all-day Thursday event. Now we have our Wednesday kickoff. So Wednesday we've got Mike Brown. He's going to be talking about the AF50 Asian 8-speed transmission. This is a Toyota transmission. And then Keith Clark will be talking about reprogramming problem solutions and more. So those two shows are completely free. So when you come in on a Wednesday after your travels, the first show starts at 4 o'clock. From 4 to 5 is Mike, and then from 5:15 to 7 is Keith Clark. So when you get there, no need to go to the registration department, nor need to register at the time. If we happen to be open, certainly get your stuff there at that point in time. But if not, when you do register, you can pick up your stuff on Thursday morning. Normally we try to open up the registration Wednesday afternoon around 4 or 5, right in that area. So after the shows are completed, I would recommend stopping by the registration booth to pick up your books and miscellaneous other things. Thursday morning, we're going to start off bright and early for you. We got an 8 o'clock start time on Thursday. What we like to call our Thursday events is we like to go to work on Thursday. So we're going to start at 8 o'clock with Dan Marinucci. He's going to be doing reference voltage, test tips, and things that you should know. Dan Marinucci, we had him on the show about a month ago. He's been doing EXPO for almost 20 years now, and he is a bright mind, all about the electronics in our industry. Knows more in his little pinky than I'll ever know, I think, on electronics. So right after that will be Mike Souza from Seal Aftermarket Product. He'll be talking about the Mercedes 7G DCT 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Shortly following him will be Randall Schroeder from Sonics. They'll be evaluating rebuild options and when time is money. And then we'll have a little bit of a break there for lunch, about the 1 o'clock time. Coming back with the all-new GM 10L90 versus the Ford 10R80. That's Robert Bateman from Seal Aftermarket Product. The 10R80 is actually a very interesting transmission. We have one here that Bill Brayton is putting together a rebuild book for you guys at the Expo as well. And this is a very, very interesting transmission. So we're looking forward to bringing you not only the rebuild book for that particular show, but also for every person that purchases the book at the ATRA Expo event, you are going to qualify to win a $750 tool set from Rotunda for the 10R80 transmission. So when you purchase the rebuild book, you automatically get entered to win tool set for the 10R80 transmission. Following Robert Bateman from Seal Aftermarket Products, you'll have Steve Garrett diagnosing intermittent electrical issues. Steve Garrett is a former GM engineer, also works for ATRA as one of our seminar speakers. And then lastly, Chris Harbaugh, and Chris Harbaugh will be with TCRA, that's the Torque Converter Rebuilders Association, our sister station. There'll be Frictions 101. So he's going to talk about converters and converter linings. I'd like to see him, maybe we might pop in and ask him a few questions about what they think about the 10R80 torque converter. It's a beveled clutch, and they use the front half of the converter rather than the back half of the converter for the engagement. So this is a little bit different design. And I think that'll be kind of cool to take a look at. So that'll end us Thursday right around the 7 p.m. mark. So we come in on Friday again. Friday's a big day. Friday's our official opening day kickoff events. John Parman will start that off at 8 o'clock. Tips and tricks from the Builder's Bench. John's been a longtime supporter of ATRA. He always brings really good information to the program. That is a must-see event starting at 8 o'clock. From 8 to 9:30. Following him at 10 o'clock is Dirk Fuchs from ZF Industries. He'll be talking about the ZF Mechatronic. Now on Friday, we have a couple of things that are a must. So first things first, make sure you have enough coffee or energy in your body to sustain yourself for the entire Friday, because Friday is a very, very big day. We're going to start at 8 o'clock with John Parmenter. We're going to go into Dirk Fuchs. Then after that, we have our Rabestus luncheon, our luncheon sponsored by Rabestus. And we have some entertainment that'll be there for you. We also have a special announcement. We will be announcing the all-new ATRA VTS Virtual Training Solutions to you there at the luncheon. This is a very, very big announcement for us here at ATRA. It's probably one of the, if not the largest announcement. It's an historical announcement, if you will, and it's a new way of training. It's an opportunity for you to get training at your fingertips, in a sense, and then and it's virtual. So everything that you'll see there at the luncheon will be both entertaining, information, and of course we have some great food there for you as well. As soon as that's done, we're going to walk ourselves over to the trade show floor. We're going to get in on the trade show floor and check out on the multitude of vendors and tools and parts and good people. Love to walk around there and hang out all day and check that out. And then of course, Friday evening is our TransStar reception, which is always a good time with our fine folks at TransStar. Saturday morning, I'm going to get you up early again. I apologize for that. I know that normally we've started a little bit later on Saturday, but we've got 14 speakers this year, and so we're going to start a little bit early. We're going to start at 8 o'clock, so if you happen to be there at 8:15, we'll have coffee available for you. Scott Shotton's going to come in. He's going to talk about oxygen sensors and fuel trims, and then following that will be Sean Boyle, who's going to do the Honda Acura transmission past, present, and future. And Sean always brings a lot of information to his program. That'll end right around the 11:15 mark. The trade show floor will be open again for you. You'll be allowed to go in, see the vendors, hang out with those guys for a little bit. Do that. We're going to come back around the 3 o'clock mark for the mass airflow sensors and fuel trims by Eric Ziegler. And Jason with that will be making the most out of your diagnostic equipment with everyday failures with Reese Blaylock. So those two shows will be going side by side. After that, we will have the ATRA reception. This is the closing of the show floor, closing of the show, reception that ATRA will be sponsoring. There'll be food and drinks available for you there. We look forward to seeing everyone there. If you're interested in golfing on Thursday, atragolf.com, atragolf.com. That is a golf event that is sponsored. There's a $10,000 putt. I think you make a 60 foot putt. You get three tries. I think. An opportunity to win $10,000. That's a pretty good deal. There's like $100,000 hole in one. Last year there was a guy that got a hole in one in the tournament, and I don't know if he won cash or not. I don't remember what it was, but somebody won something pretty good. So if you're interested in doing that, great opportunity to try to get a couple extra bucks. We are in Vegas, so might be beneficial to you. Let's talk a little bit about what's working. So we talked about the technical department and the tech information that's going to be there. So let's talk about what's working. It's a 4-day series workshop. Okay, this is going to be starting on Wednesday from 4 to 6. So Wednesday you got Dennis Madden, ATRA CEO, and Roger Bland, the managing editor of Gears Magazine, and they're going to discuss the consumer and industry studies. And this is a very interesting class. They're going to present the results of a recently completed industry-wide survey to see where the industry has gone since the program began. So this is kind of an encapsulation of what's working in the past 7 or 8 years that we've been doing what's working, to give you kind of an idea of exactly what's working. So I think it'll be a great show to see. That's Wednesday from 4 to 6. On Friday, it's shop owner to shop owner, an exciting day and peer-to-peer training learning. This is going to be put on by Tom Cheddar. Marianne Croce will be there. Mario Hiregi will be there. I'll give it a shot. John Berconier, I believe, or Berconer, from Go Paperless, Transform My Business. He'll be going from Thursday from 2 to 4. On Friday, which is industry trainers, build a winning culture, bring out the best in your business, Danny Sanchez. And following that will be Don't Just Sit There, Do Something by Malin Newton. Both of those speakers have been favorites at the ATRA Expo for some years now. And finally, on Saturday, Sales and Leadership, Stand Out and Differentiate and Disappear by Larry Mercero. And then They Just Don't Understand Getting Through Without Giving Up or Giving In by Ron Hurst, which will be Saturday from 3 to 5. And again, just a reminder that on Saturday, the ATRA reception will be there. One other thing that we're doing Saturday on the trade show floor between 11 and 4 o'clock is we'll be doing our live broadcast of the ATRA Transmission Coaching Podcast. So join me and Vanessa and a host of other ATRA guys to come in, sit down with us, chat a little bit about the expo, what you think about what's happening in our industry, and pretty much anything else that you'd like to speak about. I mean, we can talk football, we could talk baseball, we could talk life. It doesn't really matter to me. We just look forward to having you guys there and chatting with us and talking a little bit about the business and about the industry and where we're going. Lastly, and most probably importantly, is how do you register and how do you get in on this event here? It is going to be at Bally's. It is from Wednesday to Saturday. And we'd love to have everyone there. Got a lot of really big announcements coming out. So you can register it at powertrainexpo.com. That's powertrainexpo.com. You can contact us at 805-604-2000. Ask for the events department. You can email kparis@atra.com. That's kparis@atra.com. We're 41 days out, 41 days to make a decision. If you haven't made your decision already, make your decision today. Thank you for being here at the Transmission Coaching Podcast. It's a great day to fix transmissions. Thanks, guys.